Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Monster High news to talk about. From our first look at some brand new G3 characters referencing huge pop stars, first look at the new Draculaura styling head, more stock photos on the Moonspell Magic dolls, updates on the potential Skeletor doll, and more. So stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way. But for now, let's get into it. Firstly, we have a new stock photo for Karina Song's packaging here from Moonspell Magic. Now we have all five here, first looks at them in their packaging. Now I do think we still have yet to see the actual stock photos released because these dolls are coming out in summer, which is exciting, very soon, perhaps even sooner for some places, not sure, but you know how it goes. Sometimes these pop up randomly in some stores and then we get a first look at them unboxed. You know, that's how it happens. But the pricing is $26.99, which I do think is like standard Monster High G3 kind of like core releases, right? That's kind of standard, so that makes sense. And I do think Karina looks so good here. I love the artwork. I think she is so cute. Definitely I'm gonna get her for sure. I mean, no wonder, of course. I think she's like one of the top two out of all five, along with Claire de Luna. And I do want to see what the other stock photos look like for all five here. Close-ups of the accessories, the purses, the faces, the outfits. You know, right now we only have stock photos of them, all five, one stock photo each, and then the packaging. So we definitely have much more to be excited for. But what do you think now with all these stock photos for the packaging? Next up, we have even more updates on the possible Skeletor Masters of the Universe doll here. The boots have been found, and I mean, these are so clearly inspired by Skeletor and that whole design. It even has like those two claws, like as kind of like a platform, like holding up the shoe. Like the entire design here of the shoe is iconic. I am loving this, and I'm not sure if it's not for Skeletor. I'm not sure for what character this could be, so it has to be him. But of course now it's gender bent version of him, and also on top of that, the doll is going to be on the older sister body, so it's going to be the tallest version of a Monster High doll we can get. So very exciting. I'm getting kind of like Aliens Collector vibes design wise from these pieces that have leaked so far, especially the shoes, the hand molds, the shoulder pads, you know, like the chest piece. Like all of this looks so promising, and I'm not really a Masters of the Universe fan. Like I have never seen the show or movies or whatever. I am aware that there's a new live action movie happening this summer, which that's going to be very fun. That's going to be probably my introduction to the entire, story. But I can't wait. This does look really exciting, and I do wonder, like, for the head sculpt, what will they do? Will it be like a normal head sculpt, or will it be the skeleton looking one that they had for River Styx / also the character from the Off-White collaboration? One of them had Symphony, I believe. She had the kind of like translucent skull head underneath. Will they use that same mold for this character? I think that would make sense, but obviously it will have to be modified. So I'm just kind of wondering like how this doll will look like in its entirety, because obviously it seems like for most of the outfit it will be like a plastic molded pieces, you know, just on the actual doll. So will she be wearing any fabric clothing? Like it's kind of very interesting for sure. So I'm very intrigued, and presumably if this really is the Skeletor's collector doll, then she will be revealed at Mattel Creations revealed, but more on that in a second, well, in a couple minutes. Because now we gotta talk about the new Draculaura styling head. Now this one's gonna release soon, I'm assuming in the next couple of months. Price probably around $25 US or more. I mean, this is a big styling head, so it might be like closer to like $30 US. I forget how expensive the Frankie head was, but probably similar to that price point, just imagine. Now this new Draculaura head does not include hands, unlike with Frankie, so that to me does feel like a downgrade for sure. There's also less accessories, and there's more of an emphasis on like hair clips, and also like these like stamp-on tattoos or something, or stickers, I guess, for like eye makeup and stuff. I'm not sure how that works. Like, how will it look on the actual like styling head? But yeah, is it like removable, reusable, or is it just like a one-time use kind of thing? Again, I'm not sure how that works out, but it's nice. I guess we've got like some cool looking makeup looks, right? And even some tooth glitter studs that you can stick on, which is like, why? That's the first time I'm seeing. I guess on real people, there is such a thing, as well as like having like piercings on teeth, right? Or like gems on teeth. So this isn't like so far-fetched, but it looks kind of wonky when you like, you know, like the little gems on the fangs of Draculaura. Like, to me, that looks wonky, but I don't know, maybe I guess it's cute. So yeah, overall, I do think she's cute, but definitely not for me. And I do think overall, she is a downgrade from the previous head, which was Frankie. I mean, not just the hands are missing, but also the cupboard, you know, is missing. There's no way to store all these accessories on the new styling head for Draculaura. You know, with Frankie, there was, but with Drac, now you're gonna have to have these like just lying around, or, you know, keep them somewhere else. So yeah, definitely a downgrade, but it's cute. And now let's get into the first looks here at 4 brand new. Well, actually, it's not just 4, it's like 8, right? It's 7, I believe. 7 brand new pop star characters that are featured here on the artwork of the packaging for brand new Bird Secrets Wave 5. First up here with Spectra's packaging, we have a new character called Susie Echo, and she's a Banshee. She's the second ever Banshee in Monster High. You know, of course we had Scara, and now we have Susie Echo. What? This is so fun. And obviously all these new characters, all these pop star characters are referencing real life pop stars. So for Susie here, she's kind of giving me Olivia Rodrigo vibes with like, what was her album called? I forget. Oh my gosh, I forget. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that album, like Old Purple. It kind of gives me that vibe, right? So Susie Echo here definitely reminds me of Olivia Rodrigo, but it could be someone else. Could be someone else. I'm not sure, because right now it's just the purple aesthetics and kind of like the design of Susie that reminds me of Olivia. But I think most excitingly here is that we have a new Banshee. So Susie Echo is a Banshee character, and first we had Scara, and now we have a second ever Banshee character in Monster High. That's so exciting. Obviously, it would be amazing if we ever got a doll of Susie Echo here, but for now we just have a cool new design to look at here at the packaging. And also Ari Huntington from G2 is confirmed to be alive in G3, which is such a fun detail. Like, yes, I mean, I'm sure it's just an Easter egg, like they're never actually going to do a doll of Ari here, but still, like, that's really fun to know that she is canonically existing here in the G3 universe. And now for Twilight's packaging, the new artist is Hordes. She's apparently a zombie indie artist, and reminds me, like, alone, the name alone already, Hordes reminds me of Lord, right? It's very similar sounding, but visually kind of looks like, reminds me of Billie Eilish. So I'm really not sure like what artist this character is referencing. Probably a mixture of both Lord and Billie Eilish, but it's got to be like one specifically, right? But I just can't quite put my finger on it. But she looks so fun. Initially, I thought she was like a skeleton character because like the scars on her lips, but no, she's a zombie character. So that's so fun. I do think she looks really cool. I like the design. I do think out of all the characters we see here, new characters, pop stars that we see here in these packaging, maybe she's like the least striking one because she kind of looks the most plain. But I do like the mouth scars or makeup, whatever it is. I like her hair, and like her styling is so sick. So again, like Mattel, give us this character as a doll. Like, I do think like Mattel loves to give us new characters in the artwork of Monster High releases. Like, you know, Gil and Manny, they were both in Bird Secrets artwork previously, and Howleen as well, but they never actually became dolls. So it would really suck if the same thing just happens here with these new characters. They're just wasted potential. That really to me is what stinks because these are such good designs, and just imagine we're never going to get them actually as full-on dolls. I do think they have potential, like they really do. I've seen a lot of people already do artwork on these characters, so they have potential for sure. But it's like Mattel is just allergic to trying something new. You know, they always got to rely on Draculaura and fan favorite characters. Like, no, give us new characters. Like, I feel like we'd love to see these characters made into dolls. Like, right? What do you think? And then lastly, we have in the packaging of Draculaura, obviously we have this girl group that obviously is inspired by Blackpink. It's very K-pop, you know, branded. Obviously Draculaura herself includes a light stick as an accessory, so this makes sense. And this, even a name, Vamp Pink, like, are you kidding me? That is obviously you know, like a take on Blackpink, and there's 4 members. But interestingly enough, here one of the members here has vitiligo, so that's very fun, and she looks so fun. I mean, I just, again, like, these designs are so fun. I keep saying fun, but you know, they're really good. They're good designs. They're creative, but they're still like trendy, and I feel like there's a lot of pink here, but they would still stand out as a group. You know, I feel like a lot of people would love this these characters as actual dolls. Like, imagine if we had a 4-pack of these dolls, you know, even if like at $100, like I would still feel like that's good if they had decent quality and good details. Like, can you imagine? That would be so fun. Like, I feel like this is such a missed opportunity because that's never gonna happen, but it would be so fun, right? And in Cleo's packaging, they have a new character called Papyra, and she's clearly referencing Dochi, which is so fun. The hairstyle, the alligator, like, come on, that is like straight up Dochi as a Monster High character. I'm not sure if this character Papyra is like a mummy or an alligator crocodile kind of monster. It's not clear if she's like Honey Swamp or if she's like a different kind of monster. I can't really make out. Like, maybe she's a sea creature. It's not really clear, but she looks so fun. I also, the fact that they reference Pharaoh, you know, that from the movie, the character, it's so fun. Like Boo York, Seth, I believe his name, right? He's a character in that movie, and he's a love interest for Caddy, but his stage name is Pharaoh. The spelling is a bit off here on the, you know, actual printing, but maybe that's like a misspelling error, or maybe it's a different character. I don't know, but the reference here is just, once again, so fun. So Ari Huntington and Pharaoh are alive and well apparently in G3, and I need these dolls, I need these characters to be made into dolls. Like, come on, Papyra would eat. But what do you think, and who do you think Suzy, Echo, and Hordes are referencing specifically? Like, which artists? Because with Papyra, obviously it's Dochi, and Damp Pink, it's Blackpink, but with Suzy, Echo, and Hordes, it's not really as clear. Now, before we end the video, yes, reminder that the Mattel Creations Revealed is happening on March 19th and premiering live on YouTube, so anyone can go watch. And as per usual, I will be here ready to break down all and any doll leaks, news, announcements that happen at this event from K-pop Demon Hunters, Monster High, Barbie, and yes, any other doll related news. So definitely stay tuned for the live event and for my breakdown happening shortly afterwards. I might even make multiple videos on Barbie specifically, Monster High specifically, and K-pop Demon Hunters specifically. What do you think? Or should I make one big video, you know, talking about all the reveals in one video? I don't know, maybe that might be too long. I don't want to talk your ear off, but let's see what happens. I maybe have too many high expectations at what will actually be happening at the event. Maybe nothing will come out, maybe there will be no exciting reveals. So really, I guess I should, you know, keep my expectations in check. It might be not as exciting as I make it out to be, but it could be. So stay tuned for my breakdowns coming shortly after. But that was the video for today, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. A link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support that channel that way, no pressure. And so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.